Hello everyone, welcome to this episode. I'm the GWI talk host Sheena. Today, we've invited a few sports enthusiasts to talk about their stories in sports, their passion for sports, and the challenge they faced, and the unique experience as women in sports. In a rapid-fire interview format, they'll be sharing their story and offering diverse perspectives. Let's dive in.
I'm Chu, and I'm currently based in London, and I'm running my startup right now.
Hi everyone, my name is Jia, and I'm now a master student in Duke University.
So I'm Eunice, I'm now in London, and also I graduated from Beijing Sports University, and also have worked for the Olympic broadcast service during the Winter Olympic.
Hi, I'm Yitong. I lived in San Francisco, but now relocated in Hawaii, Oahu. So right now it's in the afternoon time, and nice talking to you. Yeah.
So what's your favorite sport?
It's quite hard to define a favorite one because it just changed by the time. But currently I play football at the most, so I play it almost every week, and that's my favorite sports right now.
I like to play badminton. I have played badminton for about 10 years.
I would say my favorite sport is badminton because I've learned when I was a kid, and I keep playing it for many years. But I'm not really professional, but still I can play a little bit, and I do gym, if that's kind of sports, a lot.
I would say surfing is definitely my favorite sport, and surfing is the reason why I moved here in the first place as well. So I've been surfing for the past 3-4 years, and I first started in China, actually in Hohai, Sanya. So it's a very life-changing experience going into surfing, and then started loving nature and everything. So yeah.
So why do you like this sport?
I started playing badminton when I was about 11 years old, and for me, it's not only a sport, but it's also a part of my life. It's my teacher, it's my friend. So badminton taught me a lot of things. They're not only useful in sport, but also useful in my life and my study.
I think it's really fun to start. It's compared to other kind of sports, it's really easy to get started, and also you can play with a group of people, friends or something, so you can have fun together.
Yeah, I would say before surfing, I hated all the sports. I don't want to go outdoors, and I don't like walking or running. So I feel like it was time for me to find a sport that fits me. And I love swimming, I love the ocean. So once I got into surfing, I realized this is really the sport that I really love and enjoy. So yeah, I think it's from surfing I started appreciating nature.
Do you prefer just participating in surfing, or do you enjoy watching it it's like contest?
I don't watch too much match, but I will watch some important ones like World Cup recently, and also the Olympic. Because I went to France. So I watched some matches in person, including a football match, and sometimes I just watch the news online, and then there are some pieces I can find. So
Definitely, I love watching them.
I think I prefer participating than watching the sports. I don't watch that much, but I play it.
Yeah, I prefer surfing. I basically go surf every day now for 2 to 3 hours. But during the Olympics, I watched the competition, the surf competition, and I'm so glad there is a Chinese surfer that's so young.
And it's a young girl, yes.
Yeah, I'm so excited that she won. Exactly. So that's why I was watching the surfing Olympics a month ago.
Have you ever been experienced some unfair treatment by men? Like men will think you are a woman, so you are not stronger than them, or your skills is not better than them, something like that.
Yeah, that's right. I faced a lot. I also played basketball before in my middle school, and during all this time when I try to have a mixed gender match with people, people will automatically think I cannot perform. They don't ignore my mistake, and they will say something saying that, yeah, I knew that you will make a mistake in that way. That made me very uncomfortable.
I think all the reason is because you are a woman.
It is. They just think women cannot do sports in a mixed gender game, can be better than a man or something. Like they just like to blame people.
Yeah.
So it's just when I try to do some gender mixed game, such comments will happen. Yeah, but when I do some like just a girls game, then it will change.
Okay.
So yeah, and people do respect. For example, when both teams have the same number of women and men, such conflict will be less. But sometimes when I play football especially, I might be the only girl or only one in both team, like which means in my team they have me and another like nine men, and the other team they're all men. So in that case I will be blamed for some mistakes.
I got you.
Yeah.
When I was young, when I like first played badminton, I met some boys, and sometimes they will ask me like, you're a girl, why you like play badminton? But I told them like, why not? And I just like play badminton. It's not about my gender. Yeah. But when I grew up, I like barely have this kind of experience. Everyone is just kind and very encouraging me to continue doing this sport. Yeah.
I think like I didn't receive any really bad comment or something, but I did something like sometimes I said, okay, I do sport, and they were like, oh no, I cannot tell. Like I do gym, that they say I cannot tell, you're just being slim, you're not fit. Like they just assume that if you're just being a woman and you say you sport, they just consider you as like slim instead of you're really muscular or you're like Olympic fit. They just think like, I don't know, I think there could be some kind of the same situation. So they won't really recognize you as you're really good at something, but you're just being natural at it because you're like a woman in a way. I used to look like I have more weight, and I do gym, so I lose some weight, and they will still say, okay, you're just being slim, you're not just like really exercise or something. It's because you're just
got it.
being, especially if they, okay, it actually said by guys, so they say, okay, you're Asian girls are like so slim or something like that. I was like, no, it's not because of that, it's just like because we exercise. Like,
yeah, definitely. I would say there's two different aspects to it. The first is I would get commented about how I look. For example, if I'm in a bikini, they would like kind of comment on my body shape. Second aspect is when I'm out there surfing in the lineup, like surfing in the ocean. In San Francisco, I'm usually the only girl there. It feels like a very male-dominated sport. Why there's more girls, and it's kind of like the gender is kind of balanced. But in San Francisco, because of how cold the water is and how fast the wave is, I sometimes end up to be the only girl in the lineup among all the guys. So I definitely experience a lot of times that I don't get respected enough. For example, when I have the most priority for one wave, there will be people dropping in on me. There will be people, I don't know if they would think like I would not get the wave, or they just like doesn't care that I'm getting it.
So like they assumed you can't.
Yeah, either they assume I can't, or if they see that I can get waves, I feel like I still doesn't get respected enough compared to another male surfer, because I assume because they know that I couldn't do anything about it even if they take my wave. So I definitely have to learn to be vocal about it. For example, I'm going left, I'm going on this wave, like letting them know I'm taking this wave when I have the most priority. Or I have to kind of just be assertive about like, this is the wave I'm taking and I don't care if you're in front of me, I'm still taking it. So then, yeah, after a while, I think the respect's build up after they get more familiar with me.
So it takes time. So
It takes time
it's not
for-
like if you are
Yeah.
male, they will automatically respect you. But you are a girl, you have to approve yourself, and then they say, "Oh, she can do it." So then
there's
they
respect.
get to respect you. So it's
Yeah.
a huge difference.
Yeah. I would say that's only a small part of surfing, though. Usually, everyone's very friendly. But I've definitely had a few moments like this where I feel like I wasn't getting respected enough.
Do you think girls face unfair treatment when it comes to their interest in sports?
I actually think so, because I think always like boys are considered to be more active, to be more like sporty, and they are encouraged to participate in different kinds of sports. And even if they've been really not doing something, and they would just consider as a good trait, but this not happen all the time for girls. They tend to have like in the stereotype, girl tend to be more quiet, or I don't know, like,
more artistic things like painting.
And I don't think that's is the way, but it's just like generally I sometimes can feel that.
Okay, that's where we'll pause for now. Thanks so much for watching this episode. There's more great content to come, so don't miss our second half, where we'll be continuing hearing their diverse perspectives on this year's Paris Olympics. See you!